And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. It is Nightcap Knowledge, the show that puts something on your head before you go to bed. We'll be starting soon. Put the kids to bed. Get your nightcap. It's time for Nightcap Knowledge. One time for the Mississippi School of Health Services and Careers. Begin your career in healthcare today. You can hit them up at mshscschool.com. That's 769-572-7490. Y'all better get y'all some education in y'all life. I don't know what y'all doing out there. You better learn some, or it's gonna learn you. One time for the official water of Nightcap Knowledge. It's Aspire Pure, refreshing taste, keeping it simple. Available at Amazon.com. Y'all mad? You mad? You need to release that rage. Jackson Rage Room, Central Mississippi's original rage and relaxation room, right there on Terry Road. It's Rage Room Jackson Mississippi.com to reserve your room to release the rage and relax. Release. I don't know what y'all talking about. Boy, I'm about to cut up on this weekend right here. October 14th through the 16th, 2022. Meet us on the yard. It's the alumni tailgate, baby. I'm telling y'all, we cutting all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Miss out if you want to. Miss out if you want to. It's all good. You better get you a babysitter. You better put your kids to bed. Get your nightcap or your day cap. Get your all day cap. It's Nightcap Knowledge all the way in there. Let's go. Put your ones in the air one time. Put your ones in the air one time. Hey. Twos in the air. Put the twos in the air.
Mac look like the Usher boy number one.
What did you say?
Mac look like Usher boy number one. I got one. I got one.
Usher boy number one. I got one. We got
one seat. We got one seat.
We got one.
Oh my God.
We got one over here, and you know what to do.
Yeah, I'm about to post this video right now. Like, y'all tune in right now.
Hey, who you want protecting you, Tonya? Usher boy number 2 or the Secret Service?
Usher boy number 2. They ain't gonna let nobody in that bitch.
Hey, I don't want to walk up to you like this.
Serious question.
Gum.
Exactly.
There you go.
That paper.
That's it. But look, for real. What is the difference between usher board number 1 and usher board number 2?
Usher boy number 1 came first. They got a bit more power
What's the criteria?
because they've been there the longest. You know,
What is
it's just like the person that you
Yeah.
walk in church and you in their seat. They ain't even gotta be there. Like get out my seat, baby. You know I sit here.
Hey, they gonna bump you like this.
Right.
Between
That's it's like in the different sports. It's the backup. Number 2 is the backup, but the
Exactly.
number 2 might be a little bit ratchet. They might be a little bit, you know, they ain't
that part.
Cheney. You can hear us, Cheney. Which one do you rather have protecting you at the international
Put it in the comments.
conclave? Do you want usher board number 2 or Secret Service, or the frat?
Let's see what Brother China say, man.
Cheney, come on now, Cheney. You know about the usher board number 2. Which one you want?
Hey, but look, hey, this is the thing that I'm bringing into the conversation. We had senior usher board,
right?
Yeah.
We had numbers. It was like senior usher board. That was Mary Shaw them. God rest her soul. Shout out to Sister Mary Shaw. And said usher board number 2. Hey, but look, did Tonya freeze?
You freezing,
Tonya.
too, Chuck.
I'm freezing.
Yeah, but y'all both freezing.
All right.
You good right now, but yeah.
I just switched over. That's all. I'm good.
Okay. All right.
I want y'all to stop messing around with Putin and everybody and stop messing with our internet over here.
We started talking about the usher board. I was like, let me check my Wi-Fi. Who you want protecting you? The city of New Orleans or Tonya Boyd-Cannon? Tonya Boyd-Cannon. That's my Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Not this city. The way these people cutting up, baby.
Look, we do not want. Oh, no offense. Hey, love New Orleans. Let me get my Ian Dunlap. Ain't that what his name is? The master investor. Let me get my Ian. New Orleans, we love you. We absolutely love you without a doubt. City government, all of that. But look, you know, the internet is trash. But if y'all want to sponsor, we're here. We're here. We're gonna talk this thing.
There you go. You back. You were frozen.
Yeah,
you were frozen.
Hey, Gulfport. You better put Gulfport.
Gulfport. We love you. But we need your Wi-Fi to be.
Look. This is this ain't no Gulfport Wi-Fi. Who is this?
Marcus Shaney said usher boy number 2.
Oh yeah. He owned it.
Who is it?
What's up, everybody?
This part, like, go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Come on.
Hey man. Hey everybody. We want to welcome you to the show tonight. We're gonna welcome. Y'all remember that at church? That welcome speech.
Yeah.
So Nightcap Knowledge. This show is about real talk, real solution. Real issues, real solutions, rated Black and uncensored. We want you to understand that we're going to talk about things that are going on in our community, and we're going to tell like a TI is. So we want you to share this live. We're going to talk about things. We're going to talk about
right now.
The city of Jackson. We're going to talk about the recap for a stellar event that you had to be at to understand how it was. The living room Jackson, right? So it's like one of the things like, damn, we need to record that because people wouldn't believe it, but you had to be there to understand what it was like.
You had to believe it.
You
gotta believe it.
Because man, everything happened. Chuck sang backup, everything happened. Y'all don't understand. Yeah. It was a whole groove that happened for real. Yeah. The groove creator created a groove.
Nah, Tiny created that groove. She the groove created that night, but that mud. Hey, man, look, we here. All right, hold up, Mac. Mental health minute. Let's stay on task.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna get into the recap. Mr. Mac, can you do your mental health minute? Then I have a funny story to share. Remember?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So mental health minute, it goes back to something that related to the in the living room. And it's talking about faith over fear. Sometimes you have fear, whether it be a real live physical fear of something happening, perception of fear, a feeling uncomfortable, whatever it may be. It makes you second guess yourself for what you know that you have the capability of doing. And so we talk about you have to believe in yourself and believe in your deity and being able to know that you can accomplish the mission. and having the faith that everything is going to fall into place, that you know that everything is going to be okay and you're going to give it your all. But always understand faith over fear. Do not let fear win. Do not let people project fear onto you. Do not let you don't project fear onto yourself. Understand the situation. Sometimes you got to be able to recap, revamp. I just read the post by Rita B when she talked about the reaction she had during her stand-up, but how she was able to calm herself and not let fear overtake her, and she killed the second show. So you cannot let fear overtake you. Always have faith over fear. All right, that is it.
That's it, man. I like that. I like that.
Look at that. And Marcus Banks, B&B barbecue out there. Look at him.
Barbecue.
What's up, Marcus? Hey, Sabir.
Yeah, boy. All right, TBC, you got to do a music check-in, man. I know you perform, but let us into some of the musical space without doing a whole recap
of the event. Yes.
Of the event. Let us into that musical space.
First, my obedience to God, who's the head of my life. Second, to the pastor and the first lady. And then to all our visitors and guests.
Amen.
We welcome you. Because we don't talk about Usher Boy number 1 and 2. Man, look, here's the thing. The amazing weekend in Mississippi. It's profound. Music in the living room, timeless. A vulnerable and intimate space.
Yeah.
That allowed everyone to feel free to do as they wanted to tunes, to sound, to vibrations, frequencies. From Jackson, headed over to Natchez, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Hung out in Natchez with the AME 8th District Church Conference, Mississippi Conference. That was a great experience. My hotel was on the Mississippi River. So I didn't realize how close the state line again, Mississippi and Louisiana is, man. It's like literally you get on the bridge from Natchez, you're in Louisiana like that in less than a minute. I mean, I knew it going from Vicksburg to bring Jonte to Grambling. I just didn't know on that side because I had never been to Natchez. And so I'm in Vidalia. I'm like, what's up, people in Vidalia? Hey, cousin them.
Right. That's where Tony come from.
Who?
You remember my roommate Tony? Tony.
Yeah.
That's what Tony from.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Man, look, when I tell you I had a great time in Natchez, went to this amazing restaurant, Rolling on the River. Shout out to Rolling on the River, Reloaded in Natchez, Mississippi, downtown. Black owned. The sister, her brother ended up playing drums for me. So that's how small the world is. But she hooked me up with a vegan meal and her chef Felicia. Shout out to Felicia. Rolling River Reloaded, Natchez, Mississippi. Then I sat down, I had a cup of coffee, prayed and meditated. And Natchez. Look, what I got from this weekend was faith over fear, and also being able to allow the adrenaline that normally literally pounds on my body after performing, just to let it subside on its own. I literally laid in bed in vocal rest for about 6 hours before I just went off to sleep in Natchez. So great weekend, music, relaxation, recharge, and here we are again.
Reloaded and ready to roll. This is Nightcap Knowledge, the only show to put something on your head before you go to bed, man. I hope y'all are having an awesome time. One of the things that we are proud of is the growth that we've experienced individually and collectively over the past couple of years. But that's me being very serious. What I'm about to do right now is not serious at all. I am about to tell one of my stories, and I have no idea how in the world that I end up in these situations. So, check this out now. Throw me over here. I'm keeping everybody so everybody can see everybody.
You got to spotlight you. Spotlight you. Let's go.
Yeah, spotlight. I want to hear this because
I'm the producer. I'm spotlighting myself.
Let's
Shout out to the producer. Aloysius Ballard. But here we go. So Imagine this. It's Friday. It's Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And Mac, listen to me now. You know my morning routine. Tonya, you know this as well.
Right.
I am leaving the house. I'm leaving, the hill, the pond. I got the boys loaded up. We ready to roll. We rocking and rolling. Whose school do we go to first? We go to McRae's school. We, on the way there, we doing our morning prayer. I'm talking about we in that thing. We praying hard. We believing big. We doing all the things we do every morning. Everything is going fine. One thing I left out before I get too far into the story. We walk out of the garage and we see a few kittens, right? One we see, then there's another one across the street at the neighbor's house. And then there's another one that skates that way. I'm like, man, where these cats come from? All right, keep it going. Fast forward. Where do I go? McRae School, Jackson School. After that, I have packages to drop off. Where do I go? UPS. That's 3 different locations. Jackson and I have 30 minutes, Tonya, every morning. The school teacher, you'd be proud of me as a daddy. Every morning we had 30 minutes to read a book. Me and Jackson read like 14,000 books. We did addition and subtraction, right? And I'm exaggerating about the 14,000. Now, we keep it moving. I'm at UPS. I done shipped off shirts to Connecticut, Fairfield, Connecticut. Shout out to Liberated, the organization. They give me to do all these shirts. Now, I walk out. I get in my truck, my F-150. Shout out to Ford. Y'all should sponsor us. I say, is that a cat? This me in the truck right here. I know. I don't have cats. I'm a dog. Shout out to Gucci Mane. I'm a dog. I'm all of that, right? Right. So listen. I look back, I see the brother Mark. All right, Mark, white guy, he got tattoos and all that stuff. And I'm Mark looking. I don't know Mark at all. Like, I don't know Mark from Adam. Mark looking, he say, I hear a cat. So I see Mark mouth this. I get out, I start looking around. I'm looking for the cat. I look up under the truck. Ain't no cat up under there. I look in the wheel well. This is what I see. I say, it's a cat in my engine. It's a damn cat in my engine. I say, look, I don't fool with cats. I'm a cute dog. I don't do that. I don't do that cat shit, bro. I don't fool with cats like that. I'm a real life motherfucking cute dog. I do not do that shit.
Why must you feel like that? Why must you pull the cat?
So look, then we try to get the cat out. We all up in the engine. So we doing like this. All like this. We doing all of this. Now, it took us a good 45 minutes to get that cat out. The whole time I'm sitting, I'm like, God trying to tell me to sit still. This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be on whatever road I'm supposed to be on.
Yeah.
And this is me getting serious. And I love to laugh. I love to joke. But I took that moment and I said, what am I supposed to be learning from this particular situation? I still don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that whatever I was supposed to be doing, I was supposed to experience what I was experiencing. And I still don't like cats. Y'all want to know why I still don't like cats? Because I found another dad blasted cat in my doggone truck, the same F-150. I had to get the tires rotated, the oil changed, because Mac and Tonya had me on all of the roads this past week.
You found another one?
Another one. Now, I'm gonna send y'all a picture.
Keep talking.
I'm gonna send y'all a picture in the morning of the trap that McRae, Jackson, and I set up for the cats. I'm telling you, it's some real live country boy stuff. Mac, I got a stick with a string. I wish I could take this camera on the road to the front door. I got a stick with a string on it. I got the string. Look, the string is ran through the front door. So if I walk out once we get there tonight, I can catch them doggone cats, and I can pull the stick, and then them cats gonna be
okay. Wait. I don't mean to cut you off. So The spiritual symbolizing of the cat medicine, right? I told y'all about the medicine of animals, right?
You do say
So
that quite
your,
often. Let
your
me
spiritual connection with cats can help you change your ways and thus the final result. The cat message is a balance, knowing when to stop, reflect, and listen to your instincts. The cat's spiritual meaning is being aware of when to act and when to relax.
well, I show
See?
look, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I sat. All right, so let me finish the story. All right. So now we get the cat out, and I'm like, all right, Mark, do you want the cat? Mark say, no, sir, I don't want the cat. I say, John, there's another guy out there named John. John, do you want the cat? I think John was like, nah, boo, I don't want the cat. I said, well, what I'm gonna do with the cat? So look, pause. I ain't trying to go back them route. All right, so pause. So look,
No, boo.
nah, boo, I don't want the cat. So now look, I take the cat down to the Humane Society. The Humane Society tells me, this lady comes out, sir. Oh, we are so glad that you're here, but we cannot take the cat. I say, what you mean you can't take the cat? It's the Humane Society. I don't do cats. So I say, all right, God don't want me to throw this cat out on the side of the road.
Why they couldn't take the cat?
They said they over capacity.
Yep.
So what do I do?
Go back home with the cat.
No.
Oh.
No. I'm thinking like a real live Negro. I say, man, where is there a bunch of white folks that would take
Wait a minute. Wait.
I'm sorry.
Hi, dear. Come on.
Tell about Mac. Look. So I keep going. I say, man,
that's some shit I'll say, but that's why I was like.
So look, where do I go? Y'all answer the question. Where do I go?
I don't want to say it because that's gonna be racist. Right?
Hey, racist. What black folk can't be racist? First of all, that's what.
You going to a Chinese restaurant?
No.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That ain't racist. Right. That's fucked up.
All right. So look, check this out.
Tell us, Chuck. Tonya guessing is bad.
All right. So rewind a little bit. What is down the way from the UPS store? A hibachi restaurant.
See?
But that's not where I took the cat. That is not you took yourself out. All right. So look, man, I didn't take the cat to the hibachi restaurant. I took the cat.
Hold up, Sabir. Rewind that back because he thought the same thing at the hibachi. So don't I'm sorry, go ahead.
All right, so look, I didn't take the cat to hibachi. I took the cat to the coffee shop. So I'm in the Coast Roast. Shout out to Coast Roast, one of the local coffee shops. I'm in Coast Roast. I'm like, look, hey man, I got this cat.
You like you selling something? Yeah, like you selling. You got that package outside in the truck.
Anybody want a cat? I got one outside in the bed of the truck.
Oh my God.
Everybody in there is like, nah.
That cat is your assignment.
Dropped off 4 cats to me yesterday.
Hey, one person at the shop. There was the girl behind the counter.
Oh, Sabir. Oh, look at Sabir.
So look. There was one girl at the coffee shop. She was. I'm talking about. I had sold the cat. I sold the cat hard. She was like, but I don't get off until like 2:00.
Hey, that's if you're not knowing the subject, that was a badass comment. What you just put together and looking at what Sabir just wrote.
So then I'm like, man, I gotta get rid of this cat. I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be setting up literally to get to the living room, right?
That's bad cat you can't give away, Chuck.
A kitten. That's a bad cat that you can't get. You can't get it away.
Wow. So it's no, I ain't gonna say it. Go ahead.
All right. So one guy there, and in the midst of all this, I see one of the D9 brothers, Alpha. He there meeting with his little committee, right? So now look, all right. The cat, meanwhile, is in the bed of my truck, right? He chilling, or they chilling.
This is the goddamn kitten.
The cat is chilling. Now, somebody says, he was like, yeah, Long Beach Police Department has an animal shelter and all of this. I was like, all right, I'm going to Long Beach. I'm like, man, all I'm gonna have to do is get to Long Beach Police Department as a responsible individual. I call Long Beach Police Department and I'm like, hey, my name is Chuck. I got a cat. And then look, so they're like, yeah, we'll call our animal control officer and we'll definitely, have him come by and then we better pick up the cat. Man, Tonya, what time did I get to Jackson?
It was late. It was like, yeah, it was late.
I got to Jackson like super late. Yeah. I got to Jackson in enough time to like unload, set up, have an hour, maybe like hour 15 to rest. But all of that funny story to say this is that you definitely want to be able to see, and this is connecting what Tonya said. You want to be able to reflect. So I sat there outside with that cat. I talked to the cat. I sat there with the cat. I said, cat, what you trying to tell me?
Mm-hmm.
And I say, I don't know what I'm supposed to be learning, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be with you. But I ain't signed up for 3 more cats to come by my house. And it's 3 more cats outside the house right now. Kittens.
So wait, here's the thing. Where's the mama?
That's my question.
The mama has to be somewhere near your house.
It's just the 3 kittens out there. I ain't seen no mama.
Unless somebody dropped the kittens off.
That's my question. Now we into some, what's that? NCIS.
White folk.
Well, look, Sabir said you need to get the Nextdoor app because he be pissing people off with it. So get the Nextdoor app. You'll know who leaving stuff at your house.
Okay. So what, Sabir? What's the Nextdoor? How you gonna know who leaving?
The Nextdoor app.
They got a community. They be going back and forth talking.
Okay. All right.
He said rural experience with the cats because I love cats. The mom is dead. Here, I really believe that for you to find 1, 2, and 3, there is a highly, highly spiritual message that's being communicated to you. But because this is all coming so, abruptly at you, it's like, I need to get here. I got to do this. And this, you need to sit still. And you know how we say sit in this moment?
Yeah, sit in it.
Sit in it and see what the message is because it's right there in front of you. But because you're constantly moving, you can't hear, nor can you hear. And you can't see, nor can you see. Like I tell people, you can see with your ears the same way with your eyes.
Yeah.
The same way you can listen, right? So I feel that this is, a message that needs to be spoken to you. It's only for you because no one, after all the places you have gone to try and get rid of something, right? It's still with you. And not only 1, but 2, but 3. So
yeah, it's 3 of them jokers out there.
Yeah, that's why I tell people like.
So guess what? You got 3 new pets.
Anytime you see,
I bet you ain't gonna have no rats and snakes at your house.
Anytime you see like any animals or even insects that come around, look up the medicine of them. It'll tell you like flies. People, we don't care for flies, right?
Tell us. I want you to tell us about flies, roaches, and mosquitoes right now. Go ahead.
And love bugs.
Okay, wait.
I can understand love bugs, but flies.
So here's the thing about flies. Flies and gnats, they annoy us because
Yes.
we're ignoring something we should be doing. Like, you know how we put something off and we're like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Flies will come around to remind us, like, would you stop? And they're sending messages for you to get it done. The whole time you're constantly pushing that shit away, you should be getting it done. Right? So it's the thing is we just have to be conscious of what signs and wonders are being sent to us. We always the newest thing that people, because of social media and Beyonce and Jay-Z, 444, 111, 222, and God told me this. God didn't tell you nothing for me. God spoke to me. And if I'm not hearing it, God will send me signs and wonders, right? So here's your sign, 3 kittens.
Okay. All right. You didn't finish. I need to know about the mosquitoes and the
Okay,
roaches.
wait. Mosquitoes. Let me look
And
up
the
mosquitoes
roaches.
medicine.
Have mercy, Lord. Amen for the message.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
on now.
okay, so
So
mosquito medicine is they symbolize survival, persistence, and perception. The
So why do they
insect
bite you?
the insect has specific meaning when it enters your dreamscape and deep symbolism and meaning when it appears as a spirit, totem, and power animal. Why they bite? Let's see. So when a mosquito bites, it appears. It's injecting saliva in your skin.
We know that much. I'm saying if there's
No,
a
I
message.
didn't know that shit. I didn't know that shit.
Yeah, because when you kill a mosquito and it hadn't bitten you, but it's full of blood, it got blood from somebody or
Oh my
something.
God.
What?
Huh.
that's nasty.
What?
No, I'm just reading. I
Oh
need
yeah.
to read up more on why they're attracted and why they bite. So I'm seeing like
They say they're
lactic
attracted to
acid.
your blood type. Like they can taste it on your through your
Well,
skin.
they are attracted to smell and sweat.
Mm-hmm.
And it says studies have shown that they are attracted to acid and ammonia found in it. So
Mm-hmm.
uh 11110.
Yeah,
Whose birthday?
His
that's
son.
Caduce. That's our nephew.
Oh, happy birthday.
That's Dread
Oh
birthday too.
wow.
But
Oh
that
wow.
11110 is when Caduce was born. And here's the crazy thing about it. The day Caduce was born is the same day Freaky Fred mother passed. It happened the same time. And Dread was at the hospital too.
So it says roaches are harbingers of growth and good luck. When in many others, it can be a warning for you to be cautious of hardships imminent in your life. While killing a cockroach is a bad omen in many cultures. In others, it's a sign of good luck and prosperity. So,
See, it's a difference between cockroaches and them big ass tree roaches that come from rain and shit. You be like, that motherfucker be about that damn big. That motherfucker's a damn kitten.
Hey,
Big ass roach.
man, I tell you, I was telling probably like 2.5 years ago, right before the pandemic hit, there was a crane, this beautiful white crane that would come across the street and just would sit. And it never failed. I was always on the porch with Sage when that crane would show up. Like it never failed. I was like, why is this crane here? And it made me nervous several times because I'm like, what sign is it sending me? Like, what's going on? Then
yeah.
it'll fly away. And then right before the pandemic hit, it appeared again. And I haven't seen it since. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just very conscious of signs of animals. I had a grasshopper. I had 3 grasshoppers pop up. Don't know where they are. One popped up in my house. Couldn't find it. Never made a noise. I went somewhere. Another grasshopper popped up somewhere. And then I was recently getting my nails done at my nail tech, and right on the table, a baby grasshopper just popped up from out of nowhere. Yeah, yeah. So, man, just keep watch. Keep watch.
Yeah. It makes me think of people saying that they've never heard or felt God's presence. And for me, having grown up in a spiritual household and also having felt God's presence, as recently as last week, it's like I don't think y'all really paying attention. Like you said, signs and wonders. if you're not, and I know I made a lot of jokes in that last story, but I was also
very funny.
I'm glad you had look. Laughter is great. Like there's laughter as medicine, and we need it, right? But I was like, man, I told Shallon, I said, God don't want me on the road right now.
Yep.
And I was like, I do not want to just throw this cat away. I don't want to just let it out at the coffee shop. You know what I'm saying? Let me take it somewhere. And so when I went to the Long Beach Police Department, had a good conversation with the animal control officer, and then I got on the road. So whatever it was, I felt like I was protected. I felt like I had done the right thing by the cat because right now they just out in the woods.
Now they're gonna be the best cats, bro. I'm gonna tell you why. They gonna be fit for survival. Them cats are going to be able to survive if they out there in the woods, stay together. Nothing is gonna come. I guarantee that cat probably protect your house better than Sky.
You might be right about that.
Yeah,
cats are territorial, very territorial.
Very. What color?
One of them's like the orange stripy
tomcat,
I guess. Then another one's like tricolor, like gray, black, white, and then there's another one that's like the combination of them two. Like it's got a hint of this and a hint of that.
Look, Tony want a cat. Come get one of them cats from Chuck out.
Liza got with that big whopper. Y'all don't hear him snoring over there?
Look.
I said something, he gonna stop. He going
Fat is a human.
Fats has been here. He's a whole Aquarius dog. Man.
Now, we have a couple birds that come. The cardinal comes frequently and sit.
I remember you telling us that.
Yeah, I'm talking about
in the birds.
Yeah. Continuously come. And so there's different things we talk about. So when we start talking about us as Black people getting back to our culture, we're just now, we don't fully adopt medical health, like physical health for us, blood pressure and, diet and all that. We are starting to embrace mental health. We are aware of spiritual health, but we don't understand environmental. And I mean, environment is how we are connected to our environment. Like when the seasons change, some people, how their behavior change or things happen to them, they can feel it when the earth acts, when the earth is changing. They are connected to their surroundings and their earth. They can feel those things. And that's a whole conversation we can't even talk about because a person don't know enough about it. Unless they're connected to their elders and ancestors that talk to them about certain things. When it's talking about not digging a hole at a certain time of the year and different things like that, right? Those different omens.
Yeah. Check it out.
She called me when she said I was on the phone with her when that dog was she said, Tonya, I don't know why he here. And the first thing I go, dog medicine. What kind of dog is it? Like, I'm like, he's there for a reason. And she's like, he looked like he's sick. He looked like this. And she called SPCA. They came and got him.
Yeah.
But I told her, she was like, she pulled up. He didn't try to attack her or anything like that. It was just a dog sitting on her porch. Yeah. I said, the dog was there for a reason, Alina, because Alina, being the amazing artist that she is, y'all follow her Love Box Art Studio. She did the mural for the Lower 9. as well as some other great spots in the city.
Alina, post some links in the comments, man, so we can go and find you once we get off.
Yeah, put your IG in there, Lena Bina. But she would come home late from different events and different painting
The
opportunities,
dog was there.
and the dog was there.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what, Mac, you said something about environmental. You Here's the thing, but we used to call our grandparents crazy when grandmama say my knee hurting or my elbow hurting, it's about to rain. Like we would call them like something wrong with them.
Nope.
They were connected, like
because the same shit wrong with me.
Hello, Oppo.
Yeah, same shit wrong with me.
So grandmama never knew what was going on, and granddaddy. I tell my mom and them the story to this day. What's up, Ajane? What's up, Sarah? My granddaddy was sitting in a rocking chair, and he would and he would chant from Claiborne, Mississippi, Black Indian. He would chant, and he would say something, and the chair would stop, and he would start back rocking, but it would be a different song. Next thing you heard was outside thundering, and here come the rain.
Hey,
yeah.
Now the scary, I would say one thing is hard to get used to is feeling a presence. You don't get used to that. Yeah, you don't get used to that.
I hear you about that, bud.
You don't get used to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like someone is somewhere in here. So it's different things that, like you said, when you start having these conversations about, and all this is connected to music. And I say this because our ancestors, those who were taken and brought to this country, and as we built this country, would share those things through song. Song has always been the best way we communicated because they didn't want to let us learn how to read and write in their language. Our people, and that's one thing we got to help folks understand. Our people knew how in their language, but not in the English language.
Right.
But they always knew how to sing. Even when they learned English, they learned and they was able to communicate. There were so many things, even in certain songs, it was telling you about things that it was unknown and unseen.
Sorry.
So that's what we talk about spiritual grounding.
Yeah.
That's a certain level of achievement of the third eye that you get. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a combination of learn, natural gift, and something that's unexplainable, like almost a ancestor just pouring this into you, and you can't explain it. And those things combine to put you where you need to be if you are open-minded enough and strong enough, because there are people who are seen to be strong that never have come in contact with any type of presence because they are not ready. It's some weird things. Well, I did not say weird.
Yeah,
there are
don't
things
say
that
weird.
are different than what we are used to, and they're
We're
unexplainable.
We're ignorant to it because we don't know.
We ignorant to a lot of stuff because I saw this quote to say we don't learn what we don't want to know. We don't learn what we don't want to know, and it's out there to learn, but people don't. I don't want to know that because we've been taught that that's bad, or we shouldn't, or we don't. It's unexplainable, and we don't know what it is. So there's those different omens. The more I talk about that type of stuff, they'll be like, "Man, I can't wait to get back to the country." Growing up in the country is a whole different monster. Growing up in the country than it is growing up inside of the city limits. Because you come in contact with that type of thing on a regular basis. You got animals show up from everywhere, and you just out there enjoying nature and enjoying life. So I think those things, man. We know we're working on a couple of projects before the end of the year. We're definitely working on a retreat and getting folks back to that groundedness of being similar to how Tonya you talk about in the living room. Hey, you could have got there. We're gonna might have some music.
Hey, bud.
But that's it.
That living room was something else.
The living room performance.
That's what we all talk about, but
it's all connected. See, again, it goes back to what we had planned to talk about and where the conversation ended up being steered.
And it's been a great conversation for me.
It ended up where it's being steered. Because what you talked about, Chuck, remind me. I don't know if I ever told you the story. Me and Biscuit was on campus and my sister, I think it was her junior prom, and she needed a ride to the junior prom. So the prom was in Greenwood. We in Jackson at Tulu.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. Biscuit said, "Man, I'll ride with you." I said, "Okay, cool." I'm waiting on Biscuit. I'm like, "Where is Biscuit? Biscuit gonna have me late." I'm waiting on Biscuit. I got the Dodge Stratus. I'm waiting on Biscuit. I'm waiting on Biscuit. Biscuit show up. Me like, "Man, my bad. I had to do whatever." We finally get on 55. 55 is backed all the way up. I'm like, what happened? 15 minutes prior to,
Yeah.
I think 18 Wheeler had an accident and caught fire. So the time that I was waiting on Biscuit, and I was like, well, I ain't gonna leave him because he said he's gonna ride with me.
Yeah.
So I waited on him because he with him being late, that we were stuck in traffic, but we were not close to the accident or in the accident because we were late for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
No, you weren't late. You were on time.
We were on time. Yeah.
Yeah.
According.
Yeah.
So I think those things is sometimes we do have to. It is some fine destination shit.
Yeah.
It really, listen. Art imitates life. Life imitates art.
Yeah.
Some real shit happens that's very unexplainable. You don't know why, and they take it and they pulled all this shit together and put it on a movie, and we watch it. We're like, damn. Like, yeah. But stuff like that happens.
Yep.
It happens in real life. But go ahead.
I was gonna say a couple of things. Like I thought back to my grandmother, and I made this, and my grandmama and my daddy. I was talking to the pastor today. I said, my daddy always said, don't let everybody touch you, right? You know how you're in church, you're praying, don't let everybody lay hands on you. It's the same thing. Watch your spirit, watch who you're around, because spirits do transfer. And I experienced that today in Whole Foods. And I was telling John, I said, he called me on the phone the first time. I was comfortable chatting. The second time, he was like, you all right? I literally walked past this guy twice. The first time I felt nothing. The second time I walked past him, I got so nauseated, I almost threw up in the store. I looked at him and I got so sick. I don't know what it was, but I was just like, something, because he stood there in the same spot thinking about something. What he was looking at, there was nothing on the shelf, but he was in some kind of moment. So I said it to say we have to really protect our bodies, our minds, and our spirits, because we never know who's present. When you were speaking about being present around people, and never, like getting comfortable with that presence when ancestors do show up.
Yeah.
And how they do show up is so profound, man. I can't put in words how spirits move. You just got to be there. Because I don't share a lot of, who I am with people, but you just have to be mentally and spiritually prepared and open to receiving it, because ancestors speak in a way and they show their presence more than just numbers.
Yeah.
More than just, you would get a fragrance. You can get them in a, just know ancestors are always present. Spirits are always present.
Which goes back to that faith over fear.
Yeah.
Because you always talk, don't be afraid of those folks that's not here. You better worry about the folks that are. He said, my grandma, you said, they ain't gonna do them, but make you hurt yourself running from them. But
he's like, pray for me.
Hey man. I think and see, you get that chill. See, I just got a chill, right? It's that what Chuck just said, that is a real thing.
Yeah.
That somebody prayed for you, and they prayed and they spoke positivity, and they spoke out loud to make sure that you was taken care of.
The PRAY pray.
Yeah.
PRAY.
Yes.
Yeah, they made sure that you were taken care of, and even in their present and in their absence.
Yes.
Those
prayers still remain.
So what is this connected to? In the living room performance, the house has its own history.
Oh, yeah.
The name of the house has its own history. The owner of the house named the house after his mother and his daughter. It's the house is located off of the historical Ferris Street. Who you think lived in those houses during the time of Ferris Street? What history is in those houses when Ferris Street was jumping, when it was our Black Wall Street? And somebody that probably one of the main prime people in that area lived in that house because it's right behind a store. It's not uncommon for people to live in the back of their store or right behind their store. Right. So you don't know. But when I tell you that the setup and the energy was nothing but positive, you had people that did not know each other. It was positive energy when they took them always from.
It came under attack.
Oh yeah, it came under attack. But the thing about it is, you know, when pressure hit a cold, it's gonna turn to a diamond, or you're gonna find out it's just cold.
Yes. I had that sage.
But that sage though, what happened though, when you saged, you see how it revealed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that person, so a lot of things happen. I just think that we had a real good time, and we focused on positive energy and positive connections. Folks network. People were ready to patronize each other, support each other, gave each other their accolades, and and say you did a good job here. It was nothing but positive energy, and that happened in that small little yellow house in the hood where people would consider. And you had some of your most prominent people in there having a really good time. And that was that energy, and those spirits that inhabit that area was happy to see us back enjoying something they built and worked hard. If you see old houses like that, I want us to understand it might look old now, but somebody worked hard and sacrificed a hell of a lot to get that house back then.
Look,
it wasn't no easy task.
With you saying that our thoughts and prayers are with the families in Mexico, Puerto Rico, who are dealing with this hurricane. That you said that was a lady that I want to say it's either Puerto Rico or Mexico. I can't remember. It's one of them that the hurricane hit.
It's Puerto Rico.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. She built a house, and she built her dream house in 3 years. Her dream house is now in a hole. So when you said that about, people who work hard on those homes, my thoughts and prayers immediately went to those families because we know what it's like to go through hurricanes. Yes, I wanted to also, piggyback when you said it almost came under attack, and you said things were revealed. I love how God and spirits have a way of showing people who they really are. People say when they show me who you are, I believe you. There's no other way. Yeah. And so even in that moment of that revelation, I was like, aha, awesome. Thank you so much for letting me know who you are. Ha ha. Moving on, and so Mac, you're absolutely right. When I tell you, baby, when people started singing "Feel Good," and then Caleb went, the time has come for us to stop messing around. Baby, what? That thing was so nasty. I was like, I don't think people understand. Yearning is one of my that's a heartstring song. What? Yeah, that thing was nasty. Shout out to my boys Daquan and D Curry on the bass, and Caleb Armstrong on guitar, Gabriella Serrano holding down them vocals.
Man, what I did not tell you is there's someone wants to put you and Stephanie back together very soon.
Let's go. It has to be after the 30th. Jackson, Mississippi. I'll see y'all again September 30th for Pink Party with a Purpose.
Yeah, Pink Friday. Yeah. And we got to get our event together, which will be November 1st. October 1st for the Rage Against Cancer. We're working on putting that together to do it at the Rage.
Okay, not me.
Not you.
Okay. No, I was about to say that's Fried Chicken Fest in New Orleans. Y'all come check me out October 2nd, 1 p.m.
So the vegan is performing at the Fried Chicken Fest. I just want to understand. You're gonna be in New Orleans too, Chuck. I got you.
Yeah,
Gonna,
they got vegan fried vegan chickenless chicken, chickenless chicken,
chicken is chicken. Gotcha.
chickenless chicken.
I
Yeah,
got you.
you
We
know,
so we definitely had a good energy. We focus on the positive. I always talk about positive vibes and focus on positive because the world, society, even those negative energy, negative spirits can get in to try to keep you distracted. Sometimes it keeps you so upset that you're not focusing on the benefits or the lesson that's learned. You know what I'm saying? Hindsight is 2020. It's like, okay, you can be upset about a situation and be mad, but then like,
right?
where do I go from here? One of the terms I learned in community organizing is where do we go from here? So, man, we should have, could have. Yes, we didn't. But now, do we know where do we go from here? So that's always something we ask. What do we do from here when we're dealing with anything? You know, when we learn more about whatever the case may be. Now that we have this knowledge, we obtained this knowledge. What do we do with it? Where do we go from here? You know, and sometimes, you know, like now you got it, you know, because somebody put us in this work.
Yeah.
And I'm meaning that of constantly, I don't care what profession it is, we are always dealing directly with people.
Yep.
You know, so we don't know who did it, but apparently they wanted us there, and we've been there for a long time, and they give us the strength and energy to continue to deal with a lot of the negative energy we run into to make you say, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm gonna
Yep.
go out here and do something else. You know, Cotton
Yeah.
Eye Joe.
Look,
Where
real
did you
quick.
come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Canajo?
Well,
Alina say a shout out to Alina Sunny Patterson because I did chat with her. She's actually booked for homecoming weekend. She told me that I forgot to give y'all an update because now that
thanks,
I'm thinking
Tanya.
about it,
There
I'm
energy
sorry.
go. That
I'm
energy
sorry.
go.
No. Listen.
Where did you go? Where
But
did you
when she called me last week, she was headed to the retreat. Alina, they do this
go?
retreat.
Alina talking about.
Yeah, it's a retreat where and I wanted to be there, but of course I couldn't because I was at school and I had events and what have you. But this retreat they go on is I want to say, what is it, 5 day retreat, Alina? 5 to 7 day retreat. And they pick different locations. So this one, they were in the woods on the plantation land. And Sonny was talking about a little bit of it when we were on the phone. She was just saying at these retreats, it's everything healing. It's everything, it's revelations, it's healing 7 days,
7 days.
healing, and you come back recharged and ready to do the work. So I've been talking with her about doing something where she either can come and just share and give us these different tools we need to recharge and be ready to continue the work that we're doing. But yeah, maybe we can get Alina to do some painting for our homecoming weekend. We'll see.
Okay.
There we go. Look, Paint Mac, Usher Boy number one. Paint it.
No,
Yeah,
number two. Number
number
two.
two. I'm sorry.
Senior Usher boy. Senior Usher boy.
Senior Usher Boy, the Usher Boy number two.
Come on.
But
So
yep,
so I think I told y'all this story too about what happened. When my classmate passed. Now the pastor got locked out the church.
no, wait, what?
So it was a small church. It's actually the same church where my grandma's is buried, Pilgrim Rest, and it was packed, right?
Church
So
pastor like that.
the pastor came out. He came out the back door,
Uh-huh.
walked outside to do whatever he needed to do, tried to go back in. That usher opened the door. It's full to capacity. We're like, but I'm one of the pastors. Ain't no room. Boom. Closed the door back. We were like, oh shit. So he had to go back and try to get somebody to come back to the back door to let him in. She would not let him in. But I'm one of the pastors.
Dude,
You don't care.
dude is at his best, leaving
You
to
don't
the
care.
Lord the rest.
That was that two. That was the number two. They don't care.
Dude,
That
that
Usher.
duty, that is best, leaving to the Lord the rest.
Just tell you.
Usher Boy number two. Look,
Just hold your
y'all,
hand.
y'all make sure y'all in Jackson, Mississippi, September 30th, Pink Friday, Party with a Purpose, Stephen James Foundation and AARP. Then y'all head on to New Orleans for Fried Chicken Fest, kicking off October 1st and second weekend. And we got so much more coming to y'all.
Yeah, yeah. And look,
Oh.
you need to have your ass in the place. I don't care if you didn't go to Tougaloo. It goes down on the yard. It goes all the way down. So
all the way.
I'm
October 14th through the 16th.
yes.
Tougaloo, Eagle Queen, we love thee. Mother Eagle, stir thy nest. These look already cut up. Look, I'll be there on the 15th through the 17th.
Hey, I'm stretching right now.
So up. He said he's stretching. He said he's stretching.
He cut up.
He's stretching.
Last time I went to a pro, but I made everybody in the room sing the alma mater.
He did.
Everybody.
He did.
Everybody. Oh, you didn't go to Tougaloo, you gonna sing it tonight.
Just know we're gonna have a bounce version of that thing in there.
Ooh. Hey, oh my gosh. I just saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that thing gonna be in harmony. What?
Oh my gosh.
What?
The choir director. The choir director.
Get the track right.
Okay.
Hey, we gotta hit a couple things before we get off, guys.
Okay,
Chuck,
hit it,
the information I sent you.
Hit it, man. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Mac has a number of things that we need to make sure that we're discussing. So NAACP and other organizations have been building a unified coalition against the privatization of Jackson's infrastructure. Tate Reeves and other people like him are trying to do a takeover of Jackson, and we're not going to let that happen. So what we need you to do, everybody that's been watching this particular broadcast, if you know of people that are living in Jackson and you care about the people living in Jackson, we need you to get into the comments. I am copying that. I've got it. I'm going to paste and put it in the comments. This is a petition coming from the NAACP. I've posted it on all of our platforms: Black from No Chaser, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. All of the links are there. No matter where you're watching with us right now, we need you all to go and sign this petition and forward it to all of your family members. This is something. It's all a political play. It's all a political play. You want to paint. I'm saying you. I'm talking about Tate, Phil Bryant, Brett Favre, everybody that subscribed to those white patriarchal Republican ideologies, all those people that identify as such. They want to paint Jackson as a place that has been mismanaged. The thing is, you can't mismanage something when you've been playing from behind the 8 ball. You've been playing, you ain't had no boots, and you telling me to pull my bootstraps. I ain't got no. You've been telling me to, you farm your own land. We ain't got no land to farm. We got houses on top of the land that we got. So now, everybody that's watching, and we're gonna get it on Twitter. Sabir, go ahead and do your thing, and we're gonna at on Twitter. I've been atting Tate Reeves, Brett Favre, Phil Bryant, Dilbert Hoseman, all of our elected officials that attempt to paint a picture that they are perfect people of propriety, and they are nothing of the sort. If you want to do right, you're going to do right by people, because people are people and they're humans. So one of the things that we're going to do with this, we're going to sign this petition, and we're going to continue to do the work. The petition is only part of it. That evidence is your support. The other part of it is continuing to do the work to build community infrastructure. Some of the things that we've been talking about is making sure that we have ownership over our water, ownership over our food, and ownership over our person. Because you can't do what you do if you hungry or you thirsty. You can't do no type of business.
Right.
If you can tell yourself what to do, you say self say, if you can have the water that you need to drink, you can have the food that you need to eat, then you have the capacity to do what you need to do. Now, we can get to the spiritual part of it, and we didn't got to some of that tonight because we are and have been reconnecting with our ancestors. Some of us ain't there yet. But the thing is, if we can keep you from being thirsty, if we can keep you from being hungry, we might be able to get to your mind and your soul so that we can connect and we be connected soul to soul, and we can do some things in this great state of Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Arkansas, the Gulf South,
Texas,
and Texas. Sorry.
So what Chuck is highlighting is someone that exudes white privilege, that has a sense of entitlement. That one of those folks that is in a position because of his privilege entitlement. Soft as wet, cheap tissue. You can tell. It ain't got no heart. But again, nobody ever said our government, city or county, was perfect.
No.
But your plan for takeover has always been, again, as I highlight, their playbook from the Westerns that we've been watching since John Wayne and prior to. They show a Western where a farmer will own several hundred acres of land.
Yeah.
And the railroad wanted to come through his land and he would deny it. But then when he get ready to farm, he go to the bank and do the same thing he used to do, get the money for his seeds and crop, and he pay them at the end of the year. Operating funds. We all do it. But they want his land so bad and they can't get him to sell. Yeah. So he buy the bank. They buy the bank. They hire some cats to come and destroy the land, cut the fence so the cows will run away, poison the water, drive the water hole so he can't water his crops. And then at the end of the year, he can't pay. And guess what happens? So the connection, again, crime is at an all-time high. Word on the street that people got money on the street to keep crime at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Crime is at an all-time high. Property usually go down. People start to sell. Somebody starts to buy. Right? You have things happening right behind each other where different initiatives and policies and things that continue to take the safety net and stepping stools away from the RAMP program to giving back $600 million. Then you have actually had the nerve to say on two different occasions with two different mayors, your city, your problem when you ask for funds. Because Yarber asked before. Phil Bryant told him, your city, your problem when we had issue with lead in the pipes.
And at that particular time, Tate Wees was the lieutenant governor.
Lieutenant governor. Now you are the governor, and David Hosen pretty much say the same thing. But you would say that you pretty much get the money if you would give them the airport. Because the airport has 200 acres that come with it.
Hello.
And when Whites was in charge, even though the airport is located in Rankin County, the airport was given to the city of Jackson, the same way as the reservoir. But now, if we keep you to the point where you can never look up and keep your head down, and you barely trying to make it to the next day, then you don't get enough money to revitalize and build out the land by the airport.
Right.
Or utilize the reservoir to its full capacity. You only worry about trying to get enough money to pave this street.
Right.
So again,
to fill the
withholding the funds. Right. What has happened recently, 5 years ago, when they started putting this plan together, maybe 4, I know, with the state capitol police. Well, state capitol police used to ride around and just check on state property. Now our full-fledged police department, they out downtown writing folks tickets. They went from having 2 to 3 people on duty to having 10 at a time. They have 34 patrol officers. And they reach, guess where? Gentrification. First, the development of Fundren. Then the second development of Belhaven District. So now, state capitol police, who has their own chief, and that chief answers to the governor only, they reach all the way to the Fundren from the state capitol.
My goodness, that's a lot of reach.
That's just one direction. Guess what? What's in the other direction?
South.
Jackson State.
Yep.
Bailey Avenue. So when I'm telling us we got to be good stewards and take care of our shit, when I tell you got to go register to vote and vote in every election, don't be bullshitting, don't be coming up with excuses, be educated, because it's not that people are going to try to take over. They are doing it. It's happening, and they creating legitimacy because we are not united and paying attention, and they're underfunding you so that you don't have the capacity to fight back. It's all a plan. It's all a plan. In the middle of a water crisis, you had enough nerve to say that you want to put a policy in place that if your $20,000 is forgiven from student loans, Mississippi is going to tax whatever amount is forgiven from your student loans. How are you going to tax something that you didn't give me?
Right.
That just lets you know the way these folks think.
Yeah.
Every time they see you in the need, they see an opportunity for them to put themselves in the savior capacity to help you. Because right now, you just want it. You don't care where it comes from.
Right.
We as people have to do better. Right? Did we lose Tonya? Oh, she switched. We have to do better.
There she go.
Yeah. And meaning that we have to be on our P's and Q's at all times. We're going to have to have faith over the fear. We're going to have a contact and connection with our spiritual ancestors and all of those things, because we need everything we can get. We need everybody to sign this petition. It's been happening around the country. It's happening everywhere. Atlanta having the same problem. Flint, other places having the same problem with infrastructure and flooding in predominantly black states and predominantly black cities in predominantly white states. What you don't know is you're so afraid of us making it and making money that when we make money, you're still going to make 3 times, 4 times as much money as we make. So you're hurting yourself when it comes to money. You're not hurting, you're hurting yourself because you're thinking about not, the money that you have now, you have triple that amount. But that's how evil thinks. So we need everybody to share this information, sign a petition, pay attention, participate, go check out other things, read up, study for yourself, learn this. Because if you're watching this and you're not in the city of Jackson, the state of Mississippi, if it's not something happened that's similar in your city or state, it's coming. Or it might have happened so far in the past that you might not know about it. But it either happened. Where has happened here before? It's happening again. It's happening. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing.
Yes, sir. Well, look.
Take us out of here, Chuck.
I think we, at the end of the day, we gotta what?
We need some of this.
We need to head that way, like and
I thought Chuck was froze.
Yeah, it's frozen.
I was frozen.
Wait.
The conversation has been definitely one for the books.
Birdman hand rub. Birdman hand rub.
So appreciate y'all for tuning in, checking in with us. Are you about to say the
Oh my God.
Shoulders rolling and stuff. Hey man, look.
I got it all.
We will see you here next week, 9 p.m. Central, right here on Black and No Chaser. It's Nightcap Knowledge, baby. Put some on your head before you go to bed.